The UFC is back in action this month with another month of great fights, starting out this weekend with Alexander Volkov versus Jairzinho Rozenstruik. Let's get into Volkanov. Alexander Volkov is a tough test for anyone in that division, right? Mainly because of his size and his awkwardness and his style of fighting. He's tall, he's long, he has a big wingspan, he has a big reach. Now, he's not going to wow you with his athleticism, right, or his explosiveness, but he's dynamic, he's efficient, he's a precise puncher. And when he sees that you are hurt, as big as he is, he can close that gap pretty quickly. So he's coming at you with a lot of force when he is imposing his will on you and trying to control the range and trying to control the pace of the fight. He's a good jab, he's a good striker, not the best wrestler, right? But on his feet, with his length and his reach, he can do a lot of good things. And we saw that when he fought Derek Lewis. And this is what a little bit of this fight kind of reminds me as in Rozenstruik and their dynamics and the similarities. It reminds me of when he fought Derek Lewis. In my opinion, he was winning that fight up until he wasn't winning that fight, right? Up until he got knocked out by Derek Lewis, I thought Volkanov did a lot of good things. But I thought he was a little lazy at times with his leg kicks and not really fully committing to it, but more or less just throwing it out there to just see what could happen, right? And Derek Lewis caught him with a big shot, and it was lights out for him. But he is going to use his size in this one. He's going to want to fight from range. He's going to want to control this fight behind the jab, his movement, and not allow this fight to be in the pocket, because Rozenstruik is a power puncher, and I don't think he wants to get in there with someone who is similar to Derek Lewis, and we remember that outcome. Now let's talk about Jairzinho Rozenstruik, right? He's a patient fighter, and you can tell he has a good, solid foundation when it comes to upright fighting and stands from boxing in his kickboxing career, right? So you know his stand-up game is on point. He's big, he's strong, he's quicker than he looks. He's got good hand speed, good precision, and you can tell he's a thinker, right? He throws good feints to try and close the gap, and he lands that right hand that he loves to use so much. But the challenge in this fight is, can he close the gap on Volkanov in order to get into the pocket and to land the shots that would KO Volkov? So he has to find a way to get inside the pocket, get in close with him where he can use his skill set from a close range, because he doesn't need a lot of room in order to be explosive, in order for that power to come. I think he's very heavy-handed, if you ask me. He's powerful, but in order to distribute the power, he needs to get into the range where it will make sense to let his hands go, because if it goes the way how Volkanov wants it to go, he can do a lot of damage from a distance. Rozenstruik is more of a counter striker. He's dangerous because of that, because he has that deceiving explosiveness. If you look at his feints and when he moves and he dips and he tries to change levels and how he closes the gap in his footwork and how he maneuvers inside of the octagon, man, he's very quick and very explosive. He's got that one punch KO type of explosiveness and power, right? So in this fight, I think Rozenstruik is going to close the gap in Volkanov in the later rounds, similar to what Derek Lewis did, right? I think Volkanov is the favorite. So if you're a betting person, right, you may want to sprinkle a couple bucks on Rozenstruik, right? Because all he needs is one shot in order to close this. And I think he's going to find a way to get in close and to let his hands go and do what he needs to do in order to get this guy out of the octagon and possibly move up again for a later title shot down the road at some point. I just think Rozenstruik, he's quicker, he's faster, he's a bigger puncher, he's more accurate, and I think he is going to take more risk than Volkanov is going to take in this fight, right? Both are coming off a loss, so there's a lot at stake here for these two fighters, and they know that as well, too. So I think it's going to be interesting to see how they respond to both coming in after having losses. But I think Rozenstruik, I think he is going to do enough in this one to get the win. It's going to be by KO. Let me know what you think of this fight. Who do you have winning it? Hit me in the comments below and share with me your thoughts. If you're new to the channel, my name is Akeem Haynes. I'm a two-time Olympian, an Olympic bronze medalist, author, and motivational speaker. And on this channel, we talk motivation, we talk inspiration, we talk boxing, MMA, track and field, and other various sports. So before you go, definitely subscribe to the channel for more videos to come.